Hello there. Today we will do the chapter 3 of Vistas, the supplementary reader of class 12th, Journey to the End of the World by Tushani Doshi. This is a non-fiction reflective document, more like a diary entry without dates of a travel to Antarctica.
Over the years, these continents split and drifted apart. Cordilleran folds resulted in mountain ranges, while there were Precambrian granite shields which did not move so often. Gradually, the continents joined into new combinations as we see them today. The fact is, they are still moving. Let us begin our journey to Antarctica.
Let us begin with a few facts. The author's journey began from Madras, 13.09 degrees north of equator. She crossed 9 time zones, 6 checkposts, that is, places where she was stopped for inspection, and 3 water bodies, that is, Indian Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, and Pacific Ocean. Even 3 ecospheres. Ecospheres are parts of atmosphere, that is air, lithosphere, that is land, and hydrosphere, that is water, habitable by living organisms, all before she could reach Antarctica. What she means is she traveled for over 100 years by car, aeroplane, and ship before she landed on the land of Antarctica. When she reached Antarctica, it was relief. After spending days in ocean, land gives immense joy. The relief was followed by a feeling of wonder. And why was she filled with wonder? Because of the size of white ice spread around. Second, the way Antarctica is still isolated from the rest of the world. Third, she was filled with awe, thinking there was a time when India and Antarctica were parts of the same landmass. Supercontinent Gondwana, it was millions of years ago, 650 million years to be precise, when there were no humans. The climate of Antarctica was warmer, sustaining a variety of flora and fauna. This ecosystem thrived for 500 million years and then dinosaurs were wiped out. The landmass got separated and started drifting away, reaching the present locations, shaping the world as seen today. Visiting Antarctica is like being a part of that history, watching it. How? Because it helps to understand the significance of Cordilleran folds. Now these are extensive chain of fast moving mountains and ranges and Precambrian granite shields. Now these are large areas of relatively low elevation that forms part of stable, not moving continental masses. She could see the connection between ozone and carbon, evolution and extinction. She could visualize the happenings in a million years. Formation of Himalayas due to India's pushing northwards, buckling its crest. It means bending and crumpling due to force, heat, etc. against Asia. South America drifting off, that is carried slowly to join North America. Opening up of the Drake Passage to create a cold circumpolar current. Antarctica becoming frigid, desolate at the bottom of the world. Antarctica is the best place for research to study the past, present, and future of Earth. Why? because the remains of ages are pristine, unspoilt there. It holds in its ice cores half-million-year-old carbon records of animals, plants, and birds that died in the prehistoric era in the form of fossils. Its ecosystem is simple. The thought that she would spend 2 weeks in that region, which holds 90% of the Earth's ice, was a chilling prospect, not only for the body, but also the mind. It was something that was so thrilling for the mind, she felt there was no sense of perspective and time. Why did she feel so? Because the days were no longer followed by nights. That is, sunlight was available for 24 hours as they were so close to the pole that sun did not set. There were no man-made landmarks around. She felt as if she was walking into a giant ping pong ball without any human markers. She could see the tiny insects, midgets and mites, to large blue whales and icebergs almost simultaneously. The surrounding was surreal, extremely unnatural for the inexperienced eye. There was ubiquitous silence, that is, silence everywhere, to be broken by only the sound of avalanche or carving ice sheet. The splitting of ice sheets. Even these sounds added to the sacredness of the place. Her immersion in the surrounding forced her to place her in the context of the Earth's geological history. Not just the author, anybody there would realize that the prognosis, that is the forecast made about the future, is just not good. In last 12,000 years, the time equivalent to just a few seconds on the geological clock of Earth, human activities, commotion, noises, the marks of human dominance everywhere on this planet, the fight over the resources with other creatures, the ever increasing carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, all have led to an unstoppable increase in global temperatures. Students on Ice, the program which brought the author Anshoka Sky, is run by Canadian Geoff Green for many years now. 5 years when the author went on the trip. It provides life-changing experiences to students or the future generation of policymakers. Watching those glaciers and collapsing ice shelves is quite different from reading about global warming in books. It is hoped these experiences will make responsible citizens. This is the reason for focusing on students. It is easy to study the drastic effect of a little change here as its ecosystem is simple. Even the study of microscopic phytoplankton, which is a single-celled grass that survives in low temperature and feeds the entire Southern Ocean's marine life, would be enough to understand the global impact of a little depletion in ozone layer, which results in rise in temperature. It affects the activity of phytoplankton, which in turn affects the lives of marine animals and birds, and eventually the global carbon cycle. Take care of the small things and the big things will fall into place. It is true for everything, whether planktons in the ocean or everyday things in our lives. If little goals are met, the big ones will definitely be achieved without any extra effort. Sky was wedged between the Antarctican Peninsula and Dead Pole island. As a result, they couldn't go any further. But before beginning the return trip, all the 52 members climbed down the gangplank, that is, wood board, and walked on the stark, means completely white sheet of ice spread as if forever. Under their feet was a meter thick ice, followed underneath by 180 meters of living salt water. Crab-eater seals were stretching and sunning on ice floes. Sheets of ice like stray dogs under banyan trees. Everything indeed connected. The thoughts about 9 time zones, 6 checkposts, 3 water bodies, many ecospheres all prove that a beautiful balance is in play on our planet. She wonders, what if Antarctica becomes warm like once it was? Will we be around or extinct like dinosaurs? A lot can happen in a million years. But what a difference a day makes. Uncertainty of million years, but the impact of one little experience can be for a lifetime. I hope you enjoyed this journey to Antarctica. Thank you and keep enjoying literature.